Most women are told that bad PMS, heavy periods, and unexplained weight gain are just a normal part of life. And when you try to figure it out, standard blood tests often come back completely fine, even when you feel like a hormonal wreck. But here's the truth. You're not crazy, and if you don't fix this balance, you could be on the fast track to losing your health, not to mention your sanity, as you age. So how can you feel calm again, sleep through the night, and stop the hormonal hurricane without relying on a one-size-fits-all solution like the pill? Keep watching, because in this video, I'm showing you 3 natural, evidence-based steps to raise your low progesterone levels, including one specific herb that's been researched for over 60 years. For nearly 2 decades, I've helped women navigate the hormonal hurricane of perimenopause using functional medicine. My mission is to help you stop guessing with your health and start getting real answers that actually work with your body. In this video, we're going to start with why progesterone is the missing piece of your hormonal puzzle. And then I'll give you those 3 specific natural steps to fix it. Because if we want to fix the chaos, we first have to understand why the storm started in the first place. Are you suspicious of your progesterone levels? Maybe you've always had bad PMS symptoms, anxiety, breast tenderness, or even struggled with cysts or infertility. These are classic signs of low progesterone during your cycling years. But there's a specific window of time where this gets a lot worse. If you're between 35 and 50 years old, you might be noticing big shifts in your rhythm. You heard that correctly. Perimenopause can begin as early as age 35. And one of the very first things that can happen is that progesterone levels begin to drop. This might just feel like your cycles are getting a little irregular or heavier. But for many women, it feels like a hormonal hurricane just swept through, leaving major destruction in its path. Contrary to what healthcare professionals used to believe, perimenopause isn't just about estrogen. Progesterone is often the unsung hero that keeps you feeling healthy, vital, and quite frankly, sane. Think of progesterone as your brain's natural Valium. It stimulates GABA receptors for gamma-aminobutyric acid, also known as GABA, in your brain. GABA is a neurotransmitter that soothes your mood by balancing out glutamate, which is excitatory and inflammatory. When progesterone is doing its job, you feel cool, calm, and collected. When it's low, you're irritable, you have chronic anxiety, and your sleep starts to suffer. Progesterone has mild sedative properties, so if you've noticed you can't fall or stay asleep anymore, that's a major red flag. Progesterone isn't just for your mood, it's also essential for maintaining a healthy body weight. It influences your metabolism by helping your thyroid perform efficiently. It's thermogenic, meaning it literally raises your body temperature and boosts your metabolic rate. If you feel puffy or deal with water weight, you should know that progesterone is a natural diuretic, meaning that it helps you release extra fluid. When it's low, you hold on to that water, you feel inflamed, and your cortisol, the chronic stress hormone, starts to climb, which leads to fat gain, especially around the middle or belly area. But the most important thing to understand is progesterone's relationship to estrogen. They're like a seesaw. They have opposing but interdependent actions. Estrogen stimulates the lining of your uterus to grow. Progesterone stops that growth and stabilizes it. Estrogen causes you to retain salt. Progesterone helps you release it. When progesterone is low, it can cause a phenomenon called estrogen dominance. This can happen even if your estrogen levels are technically normal. If the progesterone isn't there to balance the seesaw, the estrogen side stays down, often causing heavy bleeding, migraines, and breast tenderness. And here's the kicker. We're living in an estrogenic world. We are constantly exposed to xenoestrogens, chemical toxins like BPA from plastic, glyphosate from pesticides, and phthalates from cosmetics. These compounds mimic hormones in your body and can bind to your estrogen receptors. Statistically, women slather on over 1,500 chemicals per day in body care alone. This just adds more weight to the estrogen side of the seesaw, making your low progesterone symptoms feel even more extreme. So what can you actually do about it? Well, let's get into the 3 steps to boost these levels naturally. My absolute favorite plant-based progesterone support is Vitex agnus castus, also known as Chasteberry. This is one of the most effective and safe herbal supplements available. It has been researched extensively for over 60 years, including 5 randomized trials, which are the gold standard of evidence. Chasteberry doesn't just add progesterone to your body. It actually helps your body produce more of its own and improves your sensitivity to the progesterone you already have. It works by signaling the pituitary gland to increase the release of luteinizing hormone, which raises progesterone and normalizes the second half of your cycle. In clinical trials, Chasteberry significantly reduced breast tenderness, swelling, irritability, and anger. I use this as my first line of treatment for low progesterone symptoms. Usually you'll want to give this an 8 to 12-week trial to see the full effect. I'll put a link to the specific practitioner-grade Vitex that I use with my clients in the description below so you can be sure you're getting the right quality. And when you order it through my full script dispensary, you'll get a nice bonus, so be sure to check that out. The second step might surprise you because you probably don't consider this micronutrient in relation to progesterone. It's vitamin C. We often think of vitamin C for immune support, but it is a safe and highly effective treatment for low progesterone, especially if you have luteal phase problems. This is a common issue for women struggling with infertility or short cycles. In a randomized trial, women took just 750 milligrams of vitamin C per day. Within 3 cycles, their progesterone levels went up from an average of 8 to 13 nanograms per milliliter. While that might sound like a small jump, it is often the difference between feeling like a hormonal wreck and feeling balanced. We typically shoot for 10 to 25 nanograms per milliliter in that second half of the cycle. Plus, there are so many other benefits to vitamin C, from stroke prevention to improved immunity. It's a simple, low-cost addition to your routine that can have a massive impact on your hormonal rhythm. Again, I'll link my favorite practitioner-grade vitamin C in the video description for you. Finally, step 3 is the most important if you want consistent, predictable results. You have to test, not guess. This is especially important if you've tried natural progesterone supports already and you're still feeling crummy. Because there comes a point in perimenopause where no amount of vitamin C will get you to ovulate, meaning that if you want more progesterone, you need to take it directly, preferably with bioidentical hormone supplementation. But not just any test will get you the answers you need. Standard blood tests are often randomly timed, and for women who still have periods, progesterone needs to be tested during a specific phase of your cycle, typically the luteal phase, in order for you to know if it's low or not. Otherwise, you're just going to get a normal range you could drive a bus through, and a doctor who just shrugs and says your progesterone level is normal, even if it's not. And in order to determine if estrogen dominance is contributing to your misery, you also need to test your estrogens. Yes, there are more than one. And androgens, like testosterone, to see the full picture. This is why I recommend the Dutch test to anyone who's confused or frustrated by their hormones. It stands for Dried Urine Test for Comprehensive Hormones, and it's a simple at-home urine test that gets you loads of actionable data. The Dutch Complete Test tells us things a blood test never could. It shows us how you are metabolizing your hormones. It shows us the cortisol steal, where your body literally steals your progesterone's building blocks to make more stress hormone because you're overworked or overwhelmed. I've been using this test for years, and I've never had a client say it was a waste of money. Most women wish they'd done it decades sooner because it would have saved them so much pain and frustration. If you're tired of being confused about your progesterone and ready to stop the hormonal chaos for good, the best next step is to get actionable data. You can order your at-home Dutch test kit directly through the link in the description. Once your results are in, I'll even send you a recorded interpretation of what those numbers actually mean for your health and how to finally take back control of your hormones. Don't spend another month guessing. Let's get you the answers you deserve. You'll find the link for the test and my recommended supplements right below this video. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please take a second to like it and subscribe to my channel. Your support means the world to me. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.